So today we're going to start working on point slope. Okay, this is something called point slope. Your instructions are going to ask you to find the equation of the line. Okay, guys, we're writing notes. Well, let's hurry up. Okay, find the equation of the line passing through. Find the equation of the line passing through the given point and slope. Find the equation of the line passing through the given point and slope. Okay, so the standard equation of a line, we usually like to write lines in what format? What's the equation of a line? Y equals mx plus b. Okay, does anyone know what is this called? What kind of form is that called? This is called slope-intercept form. This is called slope-intercept form. What we're going to work on today is a different form, and we're going to figure out a little bit, it's a different form, but we're still going to get these into the same type of equation, okay? So today, we're going to work with a form. Where are all of my pens? Sorry, people steal my pens. So today, we're going to work with something, with a different equation. It's called y minus y1 equals x minus x1. Sorry, I just did that wrong. I wrote it wrong. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay? Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay, so write that one down.
That's the thing we're going to be using today?
This is the formula we're going to use today, yes. Okay? And this is called point slope form. Okay? So what we're going to do is we are going to use this form and we're going to plug in. Okay? We're going to give you an x and a y point, and we're going to give you an m. So you're going to see questions that look kind of like this. For example, number 1. They ask you to, again, find the equation of the line passing through the given point and slope. Okay, so if I give you, let's say, oh, we don't want that one, sorry. Let's look at negative 4, 4, and an m equal to, what does m stand for?
Slope.
Slope. Negative 2. So literally, we are just going to plug in every single one of these parts. Okay, you're going to plug in all of these parts. So what would you say that if I was going to label this negative 4 and 4, how would I label that? What parts are those?
X and Y.
X and Y. Okay, so this is your x1, because that's the point you were given. This is your y1, and the m is your m. Okay, so we're going to plug into this equation. So you do y minus, what's your y1?
4.
Y minus 4 equals, what's your m?
Negative 2.
Negative 2, then parentheses, x minus, what's x1?
Negative 4.
Negative 4. Then we just have to clean things up. So you'd get y minus 4 equals negative 2 times what's x minus minus 4? What happens with that negative negative?
Turns positive.
Turns positive. So this is really x plus 4. Okay? So instead of writing the negative 2 on the outside, what can I do with that? Distribute it. So negative 2 times x gives you negative 2x. What's negative 2 times positive 4? Negative 8. Then, what do I have to do to get this back into y equals mx plus b format? What's wrong with this? If I want it in y equals, so y all by itself. Move the 4. So you would add 4 to both sides. Okay, we're going to move it to the opposite side. and you'd get the equation y equals negative 2x. What's negative 8 and positive 4? Negative 4. That's your answer. Okay, so we're just plugging into a formula, and you will get an equation of a line. Okay, that's what we're trying to write. We will. Okay, let's try another one for number 2. Number 2, let's try, let's give you another one. Let's do the point negative 4 comma 0, and the slope of m equals 6. Negative 4 and 0, and then m equal to 6. We should be writing this down, guys, because I am going to check notes at some point, and it's going to be worth lots of points. So, we're going to plug into that same equation. Y minus, what's your y1 value?
0.
0, okay? If you need to, you can label these. Okay, so if you want to, this is your x1, this is your y1, and this is your m, obviously, since it has it there. Okay, so y minus y1 is 0 equals, what's your m? 6 times x minus, what's x1?
Negative 4.
Negative 4. Oops, goofed up my colors. What can happen with x minus minus 4? What happens there?
Positive.
Turns positive. Then can you do y minus 0?
You don't
No,
have to.
the 0 just stays there, so, or drops away. So y equals, if you distribute this, what do we get? 6 times x is 6x. 6 times 4 is what? Plus 24. And you're done. Okay, try a couple more of these. Number 3. Let's try the point 0, 0, and an m equal to negative 3. 0, 0, and m equals negative 3. I should see writing going on. I'm about to outlaw eating because too many of you guys are just eating and not paying any attention and writing. I wasn't talking to you today, Drew. I was looking to see if you were eating. Okay, so I looked to see if you were writing. Okay, so this is your x1, this is your y1, this is your m. So y minus y1, what's your y1? 0 equals, what's your m?
Negative 3.
Negative 3 times x minus, what's your x1?
0.
0. What happens with all these zeros?
They cancel
They
out.
just go away. Okay? So y equals negative 3 times x is negative 3x. Negative 3 times 0 is nothing. That's your equation. That's it.
Whoa.
Easy. Okay, should be nice and easy for you. Say again. I didn't understand you. Now, they're not always going to be quite that easy, okay, but they're not too bad. Okay, let's try another one. We are on number 4. Let's do like 2 more. Okay, for number 4. How about if I give you the point 2 comma 3 and m equal to negative 1/2. Now, I would start, since this is a new page, I would write out my formula. Okay, so what's the formula that I should be using, Drew? I just gave you this.
Y equals mx.
Nope. What's the point slope formula?
Oh, I don't know that.
Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1.
That's
Yeah, that's what the formula is.
no, like,
Write it down.
I've written
Don't. Write it down again, just in case.
Alright.
Okay, now let's plug things in. So, y minus, what's your y1 here? 3 equals, what's your m? Negative 1/2, don't forget that negative, times x minus, what's x1? 2. Okay? Question? Then let's distribute. So y minus 3 equals, what's negative 1/2 times x?
Negative 1.
Negative 1/2 x. And what's negative 1/2 times negative 2? Positive or negative? Positive 1. So negative times negative, when you distribute this, we distribute it to the x, then distribute here. Negative, negative goes away, turns into positive. And then 1/2 times 2, half of 2 is 1. Then, what do I have to do to get this back into so y is by itself?
Add 3.
Add the 3. So add the 3 to both sides. That's called using the additive inverse. So y equals negative 1/2 x plus 4 as your answer. Questions on how I did that? Okay, let's do one more. For number 5, if I give you the equation, let's try one a little bit harder. Let's do the point -6, -2, and an m equal to -3/4. Oh yeah, you can tell that I'm doing ones on here. You guys haven't realized this yet? All of these notes are problems that are exactly on your worksheet.
Yeah, I copied it down.
Good job. Good idea. Make sure that you're writing them as notes though as well, because I'm going to check them as notes. Yay. Okay, so let's plug in our equation. So y minus, what's my y1?
Negative 2.
Y minus -2. So the negatives are going to do what here? Negative, negative is going to turn to addition. Okay? Equals, what's your m? -3/4. Multiplied by x minus, what's your x1?
Negative 2.
-2. -6, sorry. I was listening to, I don't know who. What happens with negative, negative?
Positive.
Positive. So we get y plus 2 equals, distribute -3/4 times x, so -3/4x. You can write it next to each other. Then what's -3/4 times 6? You probably want to do it like on the side of your paper. -3/4 times 6. What would you get when you do that? How can I multiply this?
Put 6 over 1.
This is like over 1, yeah? What do you probably want to do first?
Cross cancel.
Cross reduce, yeah? So, can the 6 and the 4 reduce?
Yes.
Yeah? What goes into both of those?
2.
A 2, so we're going to get a 3 and a 2. And then what happens when we multiply these across? -9 over 2. So, here we're going to write minus 9 over 2. Right? And I just did that so it's not quite as messy in my equation. Then, how am I going to get y by itself?
Subtract 2.
Subtract 2. Now, can you just subtract 2 from this side? No, they have to be what? You have to have common denominators, right? So how do you do -9 over 2 minus 2? What do you have to do for that? Make it over 1, and we have to make what? Common denominators. What would the common denominator be between these two?
2.
A 2. So -9 over 2 minus, how do you get 2 over 2? So how would I get from 1 to 2? You'd multiply by 2. So multiply by 2 on the top. -2 times times 2 is -4. And so if you add these together, what do you get? What's -9 over 2 minus 4 over 2?
13.
-13 over 2. Remember, you're keeping the denominator the same. So we'd get y equals -3/4x minus 13 over 2. And is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What is -13 over 2? In whole number. Well, it's an improper fraction, but what is, like if I said plot, where is -13 over 2 on a number line? It's about what? 6.5. Okay? You don't have to change it, but understand that it does have to be reduced, and that is a number, okay? It's like -6.5. That's your answer. Okay, anyone have questions? Do you need to see another one where you have weird numbers like this, or you think you're okay? Think you're good? Okay, so for your homework tonight, or for this weekend, you are to be working on that point slope worksheet. Okay, point slope worksheet. I just did 5 out of the 12 problems. So I did almost half your homework. No good reason why you shouldn't get this done. Okay, you guys are going to be working